Hello, today I want to discuss the Arcella Supreme Court decision that came out of the Nevada Supreme Court December 26th, 2017, and it regards choosing a school for your child. When parents are not in agreement on where their child should go to school, they may have to have a judge determine that. And so this is a case that went before the Nevada Supreme Court on that issue. And the Nevada Supreme Court gave some guidelines for parents and courts to consider. And here's a quote from that case. "We realize that the district court may have struggled with the lack of statutory guidance as how to determine which school is in the child's best interest. Therefore, we take this opportunity to provide guidance to the district courts on the factors to consider when determining educational placement of a minor. The school that accords with the child's best interest does not necessarily mean the most expensive or the highest ranked school. It means the school best tailored to the needs of the particular child. Based on our examination of this case and others that have addressed this issue, the following factors will likely be relevant to a court's determination." So if any of you out there are having an issue with sending your child to a new school, these are the factors, there's 10 of them, that the Nevada Supreme Court is telling the district courts to look at. Number one, the wishes of the child, to the extent that the child is of sufficient age and capacity to form an intelligent preference. This, by the way, is the first factor of the 12 best interest factors enumerated by statute. So this is consistent with what the legislature has already adopted and mandated to be looked at. So the wishes of the child. So if the child would prefer to go to one school because maybe that's where his friends are, and it's where his friends will be going next year based on the school that he's in this year, that might be a strong concern, stronger than any of the concerns that the parents might bring up about schooling. Second, the child's educational needs and each school's ability to meet them. So if your child has special needs, maybe he's gifted or she, and they need advanced classes, will that school offer those advanced classes? Conversely, if the child is below standards for his or her age and needs special classes, which school is more likely to meet those needs? Number three, the curriculum, method of teaching, and quality of instruction at each school. This might be discerned by the school's ranking, test results. It could even be the makeup of the school, the number of diversity of students and number of languages spoken at the school and so on. You know, maybe a Hispanic child who's learned English as a second language might thrive better in a school that has English as a second language in their curriculum and a lot of bilingual teachers, just as an example. Number four is the child's past scholastic achievement and predicted performance at each school. So would putting the child in a new school cause the child to do worse or better? And why? And which school would he do worse or better? Number five is the child's medical needs and each school's ability to meet them. Again, there might need to be special accommodations for a child or children with special needs. Wheelchair access, restroom facilities, so on. Lately, there's talk about transgender students. Maybe there's not facilities to meet transgender students, or maybe pregnant teens, or what have you. I mean, there's so many different things that it'd be almost impossible to enumerate them all. Maybe a child has other physical barriers that need to be met by the school. Number six is the child's extracurricular interests and each school's ability to satisfy them. If the child is heavy into one type of sports, but one parent says, I don't care about his sports. He's going to go to this other school that doesn't care either. Sports or music or any other extracurricular activities may have to be given some weight in deciding which school. Number 7 is whether leaving the child's current school would disrupt the child's academic progress. So, if you're going to strip the child away from the friends he or she knows, the teachers he or she knows, and put him in a different school, maybe where there's more bullying and more problems and so on, that could have a great impact on the decision making that the judge will have to go through. Number 8 is the child's ability to adapt to an unfamiliar environment. Each child is different. Some children are military children and they're used to traveling all over the place and adapting to new environments, and others, for instance, children with Asperger's, may have a very difficult time adapting to a new environment. And so that obviously plays a role. Number 9 is the length of commute to each school and other logistical concerns. So some parents are going to just move the child to a new school without any concern for the other parent's transportation requirements, which can be very disrespectful to the other parent, and it might not be a good idea for the child either. Number 10 is whether enrolling the child at a school is likely to alienate the child from a parent. So that might factor into some of the other factors, like the wishes of the child and whether the school the child is going to be going to is better or worse. But, if you're going to enroll the child into a school, perhaps it's a religious school that aligns with your religion, and the other parent is not religious or belongs to a different religion, might having this child in that religious school cause serious problems between the parent-child relationship. So anyway, those are the 10 factors as outlined by the Nevada Supreme Court in the Arcella decision. Hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call my law firm. Phone number is 725-529-8956. You can also text at that number. Again, 725, which is PAL, if you spell it out, PAL, 529-LAW, LAW, 8956, which is TWLO, or the Right Law offices. So PAL, LAW, TWLO, or number-wise, 725-529-8956.